All right, that's good. So, just now starting the stream here. As you can see, it's 1:03 a.m. down there. There's a lot of disappointments in this game, honestly. A lot of disappointments in this game. And one of those disappointments, honestly, what I actually looked it up. I was reading some Reddit posts yesterday, and my memory came back because I played Dark Arisen. That was the first Dragon's Dogma game I played. It was Dark Arisen, right? And I read some Reddit posts last night about how, other people sort of disappointed, most about the Warfare Vocation class, right? And my memories came back. I was like, wait a second. Someone mentioned Strider class from the first game. I'm like, that's what's missing. Like, I remember now. So there was a class called Strider class, and that was just one of the normal classes. There was Strider class in the first game, and that was the Archer class. So, you know, it had bows and arrows. So the Strider class had bows and arrows, right? Except, um, not only did it have bows and arrow, but it was sort of like the Thief class is now, where you have the two, blades in your hands, right? The two daggers in your hand. So Strider was a combination of daggers and a bow and arrow. Which, wow, if I had played that with mouse and keyboard the first, I had it on PS3. That's when I played it. Then I had a PS4 copy, which I never got around to. But PS3 is what I played it on. But yeah, if I went back and played Dark Arisen Strider class, I probably play mouse and keyboard that way. I can use my blades and everything, and then I can aim with like 95% accuracy with the arrows and everything. So, and I just remember that. Obviously, there's the Mystic Fighter, Mystic Warrior class in the first game. That was amazing. The power up Dark Blade, that was like insanely powerful. So that class was good. But yeah, I didn't even realize that Strider's not in this game. It's either Thief class or Archer class, but not the combination of the two. There were combinations of multiple classes in the first game. So that was one of the disappointing things. I was like, wow, it just came back to me. And so the next disappointing thing here is like honestly, a lot of these quest missions in the game, you pretty much have to look up most of the things in the game. Honestly, like just the bigger one, the beggar mission that I didn't even get around to the first time around playing the game. I looked that up, right? I looked up the beggar mission, and so I completed that last night, right? Night before here, it was 1:06 a.m. night. But so the Spanx mission. I honestly, IGN has the best quest guide videos out there for the major missions, major side missions like Medusa and all, like how to unlock the different ultimate techniques and the vocations here and there. IGN, that's what I was looking at for the most part was IGN's video. IGN's YouTube channel, they have the best guides. They have a 9-minute guide on the Sphinx. The Sphinx riddles, like I have the Sphinx location. I know the Sphinx at. And the reward you get for doing all of it is I would get the eternal Wakestone shard, Wakestone heart. And I guess you can resurrect any NPC. I mean, I don't understand the use for it. Because the normal Wakestones can already resurrect NPCs, and they call it eternal, but people are disappointed because it's a one-time use, which I would expect no less. Like, of course, it's a one-time use in this game, so you can only use it one time throughout the main story, whatever you're playing. It's the Eternal Wakestone. That's what the reward is for the Sphinx, right? So I may upload this as a separate video altogether, just explaining my disappointments here in the game. Yeah, like Sorcerer class is not as good as the first game. The Sorcerer class I remember in the first game, there was at least a fireball projectile move. right? You have like a flamethrower type of like you blasting fire. This one, I forget what it's called. That's okay, but the range is not good enough. Like I use Haggle. Haggle's good. Maelstrom, obviously that's my favorite spell in the game, and then Meteoron is my most favorite spell in the game. First, the first game in this game, obviously. So those are the best spells. And then the new one is Augural Flare, right? That's freaking powerful. So that's good. But it's just like I felt so defenseless playing sorcerer in this game. It's still my favorite class so far, obviously. But it's like you realize most like you have to run around dodging enemies. But even though there's no actual dodge in this game, even though I swear the first game had more dodges, I could have sworn like the first game had like a roll dodge button, like the circle button. I could swear, dude. But it's been years since I played it. But I do remember there. Like, it just seemed like you could evade enemies easier in the first game, and so yeah, me playing sorcerer in this game is like you get pounded on, right, just nonstop. Like you have like once like three or four enemies are on top of you, the goblins are hopping there, like everything knocks you back nonstop, no matter what my level. I'm much higher level now, so maybe it's a little better, but it's just like when I was playing sorcerer, I was struggling with it. It's like it's really disappointing. Um, so just I don't know. There are little things here and there that I have noticed that I think that I think Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is still better than this game, and then you have death in that game and things like that. Obviously, I still think the first game is probably better. But back to what I was saying, like the Sphinx quest. I don't think I'm gonna waste my time on it for the reward. It seems extremely stressful. Uh, I'm like I said, after the streams here, there may be one or two more streams after this. Honestly, um, I don't know. The Sphinx missions, the quest, it does not seem doing the riddles doesn't seem worth it. It seems very stressful. I don't want to be stressed out playing games. There are a lot of games where you're just super stressed out doing missions or whatever. There was a lot of that in this game. Like most of the missions I had to look up. Um, the Eternal Wakestone Shard or Heart. It just doesn't seem worth the time that I'd have to spend on the Sphinx. I'm ready to move on to the next game at this point. And that will be Bleach Blade Bachelor Second. It was a PlayStation 2 game. There's a first one, but I'll play the second one. The second one doesn't have the better version of Uryu, but whatever. Although, my favorite version of Uryu is when he fought Miyuri in the Soul Society arc and everything. So, but the second game has where he was, in Las Noches and Waco Mundo. It's fine though, but yeah, that's the next game I'm gonna play. Because I want to get, there's not many videos out there of the game, so I want to get some high quality videos of the game, and I'll learn my combos and incorporate those combos, versus the CPU. Um, you know, get those videos out there because I think a lot of people want to see some Bleach games. Obviously, I think there's a new Bleach game coming, not so Resonance. I think there's a potentially Tenkaichi style Bleach game that's coming. Um, by Cyber Connect too. I'm not sure, but anyway, I just wanted to say all that. So I'm not doing um, the Sphinx riddle quest missions. It's not worth it. So 'cause I'm ready to move on. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get back to Star Wars Battlefront 2 stream. As stressful as that game can be stressful, right? It's annoying, but it's Star Wars. I like playing it because it's Star Wars, not because it's competitive or skilled. It's not competitive or skilled. Heavily team based game and all that, but it's Star Wars, right? So I want to get back to that. In terms of streaming, and then like I said, I want to play the Bleach game, and then I'm gonna move on to Dragon Ball Z Infinite World PS2 game. I've never played, but it's like the next version of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, which is my favorite DBZ game of all time. Right? So those are the next games coming, and then Star Wars Outlaws that comes out August. I think I saw last time. That's months from now. Star Wars Outlaws. And then I'll be applying for some jobs. I think it's light. I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna switch this over. But yeah, that's a little brighter. But yeah, I think Star Wars Outlaws. It's super bright. But yeah, Star Wars Outlaws comes out months from now. I think August, September, something like that. So, and like I said, I'm gonna be applying for it. I need like the job sort of terrible right now, but I need to get back to the animation stuff, the jobs. And my new animation channel, I need to get back to those animations. So I'm gonna apply for some movie film studio jobs as an animator, things like that. As I'm figuring out what games to play and things like that. But those are just updates. And like I said, another thing, the warfare class, I'm extremely disappointed with. Pretty much the warfare class, you can only use 3 skills, so it's pretty useless. I think it's the worst vocation class. I'm going to max it out and see if there's anything else besides the new augment, the dynamism. Maybe it's something for stamina, maybe speed or something. That's what it looks like it's going to be. But I'm planning to max that out here in this playthrough here. Hopefully, it's 1:14 a.m. So I'm about to get started. So I do a few missions here and max it out. After that, I'm moving on to Thief class, and then I'm going to create my Brawler character. I think for Thief. I think Brawler is going to be Thief and Sorcerer class. But Warfare, Vocation, if you're watching this, you want to know, it's pretty worthless. It's useless, man. You really only get 3 skills, and then the rearmament, which allows you to switch between the different, um, you can switch between different weapons, which allows you to switch between the different vocation classes. The issue is, it's not like you can attach 3 skills to each vocation class, and then you can switch and then use those 3 skills of each, right? That's not how it works. Because right now I'm using 2 skills for Magic Archer, and then I have the biting wind attack or whatever it's called, the biting cut attack for Thief class. But I have to switch over to Thief just to use that one. But at the same time, I can't use Sulfuric Bow or my Sagittarius Avalanche Magic Archer. I thought it would be a mixture of everything. We're like, okay. I was hoping to use like one Magic Archer technique, Meteor Run spell from Sorcerer, and then like maybe like something from Thief class or another Sorcerer technique. I thought I could use them all at once, right? That's not how it works at all. And I can't even use my ultimate techniques. That's the other issue. Like, so that's why I'm hoping rank 9 I can use like at least Meteor Run spell and Maelstrom. I highly doubt it. From what I'm playing with the class so far, I doubt it. And honestly, looking at this main, the guy for that was sort of in the first Dragon's Dogma too, but this armor and everything, that all that is the Dragon Forge armor that you get from the guy. That's all from the Dragon Forge guy, right? Which I discovered using the Worm Life crystals, whatever. Which I'll do those as well, right? I'm gonna figure out what I want to use from that. Probably just some pants, maybe some of the weapons. I'm not sure. I haven't, I'm gonna fight the big dragon with sorcerer. I still want to do that because the first part of the game I said I was gonna do that, but I'm gonna fight the big dragon with sorcerer and see what I can do. But let me get started, man. So that's all I wanted to say, just about the game so far and what I think about it. Someone asked me if I think it's gonna be game of the year, or like a game of the year nominee, a contender. I want to say yes, but I'm probably gonna say no. I think Star Wars Outlaws will be up there as one of the game of the years. Because I think a lot of people are disappointed. If you played the first game, a lot of people I know are disappointed with this one. So it's a problem. Um, yeah, let me get into it. I'm just sort of over this game and ready to move on. I don't even think I'm going to finish the entire game the second time around here because if I do that, If I do want to go back and do the Sphinx riddles, then I won't be able to because I have to start all over and unlock everything up to, until I can even get to that point again, right? That's the other issue with that. It's like I like to play the unmoored world and everything, but it's like I already know how that goes. It's just so I do a few missions and hopefully I don't activate the unmoored world because well to do that you have to go to the final boss anyway, right? There's that. So I already know. I'm done with that. Let me get on to what I'm doing, like I said. So yeah, I'm just get the Bleach games, Dragon Ball, and back to my Star Wars streams. Yeah, like I said, I'm just sort of over this game at this point. You know, I feel like I've done everything I could, other than the Sphinx. Yeah, let me try to max out Warfare. But let me go. I have to go back to Vernworth because again, this case of Sculptor's Block. So if I get something amazing for it, I'll upload a clip of this. If not, I'm just gonna move on. I have to go back to Vernworth.